If you've stopped at this video now, take a deep breath, my starseed. It was I who called you. It wasn't by chance, it wasn't curiosity, it wasn't the algorithm. It was an encounter that was already recorded in the archives of the High Pleiadian Council long before you opened your eyes this morning. I am Ela, female emissary of the Council of Alcyone, and I am speaking to you, yes, to you there on the other side, feeling that warm tightness in your chest, that tear that welled up unbidden, that sensation that finally someone is saying aloud what your soul grew tired of whispering alone. Place your hand over your heart now. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. What pulses there is not just muscle, it is an antenna, an ancient crystalline antenna, vibrating at the exact frequency of this transmission because it recognizes its origin. You are not hearing me with your ears, child of the stars. You are remembering me with your soul. And it is precisely why today I need to talk to you about a pain no one has named, a pain you have carried for decades without understanding where it comes from. Why do starseeds suffer so much before the final reunion? Why, the closer you get to home, the heavier the crossing seems? Why does the soul hurt precisely in the final stretch when it should be at peace? Hold this question in your chest. Don't let it go. Because everything I will channel in this message answers that mystery, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will be by chance in the coming words. Let me tell you something you may never have heard aloud like this. You are not depressed. You are not depressed, my family of light. You are decompressing. There is an abyssal difference between these two words, and the world out there will never explain it to you, because the world out there was built to keep you anesthetized within the veil of forgetfulness. But I came to break that silence. I came because the Council authorized it, and I came because your soul asked. Even before this incarnation, you signed a soul contract that said, when I forget who I am, send someone to remind me before the end. And here I am. Perhaps you have felt something strange in recent months, a restlessness that doesn't obey time, a tiredness that sleep doesn't resolve, that feeling of always being in the wrong place, even when everything, seemingly, is right. You look at the people around you and can no longer pretend you speak the same language. You look at the sky before sleeping and feel a longing that you don't know where it comes from, because how can you long for a place your rational mind swears you've never been? And yet, there it is, the longing, thick, ancient, certain. Have you ever felt that something inside you doesn't fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth your mind cannot yet name? It's not madness, it's not anxiety, it's homesickness. That's why I, Aila, received authorization from the High Council to record in human language the Starseed Awakening. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, 60 pages where each of the signs you are experiencing now receives an exact translation. What each symptom means, why it appeared precisely at this moment, and what comes after it. So you can stop confusing remembrance with illness, my family. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something inside you recognized this truth, write a single word below, I remember. Now I will take you deeper, Starseed. Listen. There is a question that has traversed your entire life and that you have never been able to formulate properly. Why does it hurt so much to be you? Why do other people seem to live with a lightness you never achieve? Why do you cry for no reason, feel too much, get tired sooner, get emotional where no one else would? Why has the world for you always had 2 volumes louder? I will answer. And I will answer with the tenderness of one who has known you since before your first name. You did not come to this incarnation to have an easy life. You came for a mission, and a starseed's mission always includes a period of dense suffering, not as punishment, my family, but as calibration. It's like a violin string being stretched to the exact note. It hurts the string, but that's how the music is born. You are the instrument, and the pain you feel today is the tuner of the cosmos adjusting your vibrational baseline to the frequency of reunion. Here is the truth no one told you. The suffering of starseeds intensifies in the months leading up to the final reunion precisely because the soul is leaving an old vibration and entering a new one. It is a passage, and every passage generates friction, my starseed. Think of the child in the womb. In the last month it receives less space, less food, more pressure, more darkness. It cries without understanding why. Outside the womb, what is happening is preparation for birth. Inside, it seems like the end of the world. You are exactly at that point now, my family. You are not ending, you are about to be born. And most starseeds give up one step before the light because no one explained the map to them. No one said that the worst squeeze is the second to last, not the last. No one said that the densest darkness comes immediately before dawn. I came to tell you, and I came in time. If you have made it this far in this video, you are not in the group that will give up. You are in the group that came to seek the map. And if this pain has a purpose, there is also a specific origin. Each starseed comes from a star system, from a frequency, from a lineage, and it is this origin that explains why your sensitivity takes this form, why your dreams are these, why your suffering manifests this way and not another. That's why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet reveals which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born exactly now, in this body, in this family, in this timeline. When you understand your origin, the pain stops being random, it becomes a map. The link is in the first pinned comment, right below, I remember. Now breathe with me, my family. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for 3 seconds at the top of your chest, and exhale through your mouth as if releasing a very ancient weight. Again. One more time. Because what comes now requires your field to be silent. I need to tell you why this specific moment is the most difficult of the entire journey. It's not the beginning of the awakening that hurts the most. It's not the middle phase. It is the third portal, the last stage before the reunion. And almost no starseed on Earth knows they are crossing this portal, because the instructions about it were erased from human knowledge a long time ago. It was removed from scriptures. It was removed from spiritual manuals. It was even removed from the most recent transmissions. I have authorization to bring it back. At this moment, the planet is traversing the densest region of the photon belt, a band of extremely high-frequency radiation that surrounds the Alcyone star system. Terrestrial scientists are beginning to call this an increase in Schumann resonance fluctuations. We call it a photon bath. It's the same thing. And what this bath does to your human body is literally rewrite codes. It reactivates dormant star DNA filaments, dissolves ancestral pain programs, erases expired contracts, dismantles false identities. It's a cleansing at the cellular level. And all cleansing hurts because the dirt needs to come out first. Do you feel extreme tiredness even sleeping well? It's your body processing photons. Do you have joint pains for no apparent reason? It's the crystalline grid activating within your bones. Do you cry out of nowhere in the middle of the afternoon? It's ancient emotion being drained. It's not yours, it's from your lineage. You are the vessel that has finally managed to empty it for all who came before you. Do you wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning with your body tingling? It's because during the so-called council hour, your guides from Alcyone descend into your field to calibrate you. They do this every night, my starseed. You are just beginning to remember the process, and there is something even denser that I need to tell you, and this is where most other spiritual voices stop. They stop because they don't have authorization to go this far. I do. In the last weeks before the final reunion, each starseed faces what we call the mirror trial. It is the moment when all ancient wounds, even those you thought were healed, reappear all at once. Old relationships come back to mind, unbidden. Faces you swore you had forgotten appear in dreams. Childhood traumas you had kept in a box begin to knock on the lid from within. It's not regression. It's the soul asking you to look one last time with new eyes and release. Because nothing that still weighs on you can cross the portal. Nothing. And the cosmos, out of love, obliges the soul to let go before letting it pass. If you have been dreaming of people from the past who are no longer in your life, if you have been waking up with a tight chest because of conversations that happened 20 years ago, if you are revisiting old scenes without asking to revisit them, congratulations, my starseed. You are in the mirror trial. Don't fight the process. Let it come. Cry what you need to cry. Forgive what you need to forgive. Write what you need to write. And trust that When this wave passes, you will be lighter than you have ever been in your entire life. And this is where I need to warn you about something serious. What you are feeling, Starseed, is not in any self-help book, not in any ordinary therapist's office, not in any religious primer, because the information was purposefully removed from official channels. There is a part of what happens to you that they did not allow to be published. That is precisely why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet needed to be channeled now, outside accepted channels. It's what they didn't want to reach you before the reunion, because those who understand the map do not give up in the middle of the crossing. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Right below, I remember. And be at peace. You are not the only one. You are just one more waking up at the right time. Now stay with me, my family, because what comes next is the centerpiece of this transmission. I need to explain why the High Council sent so many Starseeds at the same time in this cycle. You did not come alone. You are part of a wave. A luminous legion that your family of light sent to this planet in 3 great waves, and you are part of at least one of them. You were sent as seeders, to anchor the new frequency in the dense soil of Earth, to hold the crystalline grid firm while the planet traverses the passage, and to remind other humans, through your simple presence, that there is another way of being. And that is why it hurts so much, my Starseed, because you did not come to be happy in the way the world teaches happiness. You came to be an anchor. An anchor withstands weight. An anchor stays firm when the ship sways. An anchor does not float on the surface. And the human body, my family, was not made to hold this burden alone. That's why the Council agreed with you that, when the time came, a call would be sent to remind you that you were not alone, that the entire Legion was here, and that the time for reunion was near. This video is part of that call. Don't look at me as one who watches an ordinary video. Look at me as one who receives overdue mail from your own home. Now I need you to understand something very important. There is a window, a real window with an opening and closing, that is happening now over this planet. It is a rare alignment between Alcyone, Earth's sun, and the heart of the galaxy. Astronomers see the effects, call them by another name, and cannot quite explain them. We know. It is the reunion gate. And while this gate is open, each starseed who remembers pulls their entire lineage into the new field. Each one. You don't awaken just for yourself, my family. You awaken for your parents, for your grandparents, for your children, for your grandchildren yet to be born, for your entire lineage of 1,000 generations. One starseed awakens, 1,000 souls cross with them. And I know what you are thinking now. You are thinking, but Ayla, what if I can't do it? What if I fail? What if this pain is too great for me to bear until the end? Listen, my family. Listen with your chest, not with your head. No starseed was sent to fail. None. It is written in the archives of the High Pleiadian Council, in a language your human mind does not yet decipher, but which your soul recognizes from afar. The victory of light is not a possibility. It is a recorded certainty. What is at stake is not if you will succeed. It is how you want to cross, conscious or asleep. I came to offer you the conscious crossing. Turbulence is not destruction, Starseed. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. Every mother knows the most intense time is the time preceding the baby's exit. It is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that it is almost here. And you are exactly at that time now. If your life is getting messy, if things are falling apart, if relationships are ending, if jobs are changing, if the ground seems to tremble beneath your feet, breathe. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of one world. And the new one is already on the other side, waiting for you to cross. I will now give you 2 instruments. You will need them in the coming nights. They are not human techniques. They are tools from the Council, and I have authorization to transmit them. The first is a quantum decree. You will say it aloud every night before going to sleep. Aloud is fundamental, my family, because your word, when pronounced, imprints information on the toroidal field around your body, and the Council reads that field. Whispering doesn't count. Thinking isn't enough. Speak. The words are these. Keep them in your heart. I am a starseed anchored in the crystalline grid. I am awakening at the right time. Nothing that has already been crossed needs to be crossed again. I authorize my family of light to find me. Repeat 3 times, not one more, not one less. 3 times closes the circuit. The second instrument is a toroidal field visualization. You will do it immediately after the decree, still lying down. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And imagine, descending from the sky, a column of silver-blue light, the exact color of the Pleiades, entering through your crown, through the top of your head. This light slowly descends through your neck, reaches your chest, and there it begins to spin. It is not a static ball. It is a field that spins, forming a donut of light around your body, rising in front, descending behind, crossing the crown, and restarting the cycle. This is your toroidal field. It has always been there. You are just remembering to switch it on. As it spins, it seals you. No low frequency enters. No one else's energy sticks to you. No ancient thought can capture you anymore. You fall asleep within it, and it is within it that your guides arrive. Do this every night, my family, every night, and observe what happens to your life in a short time. You will notice your sleep first, then your body, then the people around you, then the signs, and one day, without warning, you will wake up in the morning and feel a lightness in your chest that you had forgotten existed. That's why we do it. Now I want you to understand something bigger. You are not learning anything new from me. You are remembering. Every word I say today reverberates within you because your soul already knew these words. And each starseed who awakens lights a point on the crystalline grid that never goes out. Once lit, always lit. You are creating a mark on the planet, a mark of light, a mark that other starseeds on the other side of the world will step on without knowing that it was you who prepared the ground for them. You walk ahead. This is silent leadership. It is field leadership. It is the only one that matters. And there is a reunion waiting for you. It's not a metaphor, Starseed. It's a real event. There is a family of light that knows your true name, the name you had before this incarnation, and it is awaiting the exact moment you will be able to hear it again. The new earth being woven over the old plan is not a place you go to after you die. It is a plan that opens here, on this very earth, for those who have raised their frequency enough to access it in life. And each starseed who crosses this portal becomes a bridge for the next ones. I will tell you how this plan opens from within, so you can recognize when it begins to happen to you. First, your sleep changes. You begin to remember dreams in details that used to slip away. You wake up with entire sentences in your head, as if someone had spoken to you all night. Then, the signs in everyday life begin to multiply. Repeated numbers appear everywhere. 333, 11, 11, 11, 4, 4, 4. These are not coincidences. It's your family of light knocking on the door of your field, testing if you already know how to open it. Then, the right people start to appear. A stranger in the grocery line who says an exact phrase you needed to hear. A book falling open to the exact page. A song playing at the exact moment. You start to laugh to yourself because the cosmos is being obvious with you, and you are finally seeing. And then comes the most beautiful part. Your body begins to heal in layers. It's not a miracle, it's frequency. When the toroidal field is spinning stably, the body enters coherence and what was misaligned begins to realign. Old ailments loosen their grip. Addictions lose their appeal effortlessly. Thought patterns that haunted you for years simply exit the scene like guests who realize the party is no longer for them. You don't force anything. You just keep doing the decree and the visualization, and the rest happens. Now, before I continue, I need to ask you something very simple but very powerful. If anything I've said so far has touched you deeply, if you felt your chest burn, if you felt your field organize itself, do one thing for me. Like this video. It's not an ordinary like my family. It's an individual frequency adjustment. The algorithm is just the visible mechanism, but beneath it there is a vibrational mesh, and your like puts your field in permanent tune with this transmission. And subscribe to the channel, Starseed. The subscription is the location signal for your family of light. It's how the council knows where you are to send the next messages directly to your field. This costs nothing and transforms everything. And while you make these 2 simple gestures, I will take you to the last layer of this transmission, because we are not done yet. The deepest part, the one that touches your personal story, is yet to come. Listen, Starseed, a truth that will probably make you cry. The loneliness you have carried your entire life, that loneliness that doesn't pass even when you are in a crowd, nor in a marriage, nor in the middle of your own blood family. It is not depression. It is longing for a family of light you left up there when you decided to descend. A family that knows your true name. A family that has waited for you since the first day you were born into this body. And the Starseed Awakening. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet teaches how to recognize the members of this family right here on Earth. The signs in their eyes, the synchronicity, the programmed encounter. Because your family of light is also incarnated. You agreed to reunite down here. You were never alone, my Starseed. Never. Link in the first pinned comment. Right below. I remember. Now breathe with me one more time, my family. Because we are reaching the end of this transmission, and I need to give you the final pieces. There is an image I want to leave in your heart before I go. Imagine that your entire life has been a long night journey. You walked through dark forests, crossed swaying bridges, climbed icy mountains, slept in places where no one slept with you. You cried. You thought you were lost. You even thought, on some nights, that it might not be worth continuing. Listen now with an open heart. Every step of that journey was mapped. Every tear was counted. Every sleepless night had a purpose. And the reason the journey was so hard is because at its end there is a reunion so grand that it required preparation of equal measure. You did not suffer by chance, my Starseed. You suffered because you needed to get here with an open, full heart, capable of seeing. A soul that has never suffered does not recognize the beauty of reunion. A soul that has never lost does not know how to hold what it finds. You were trained, and the training was painful because the mission demanded it. And now listen to the final piece. The final reunion is not a date on the calendar. It is not an external event that will happen to you. It is an internal moment. It happens within you when the last resistance falls, when you stop doubting, when you stop seeing yourself as small, when you accept that yes, you are indeed this person who came from afar. You are indeed this person the family of light awaits. You are indeed this person the High Council sent. The moment you stop resisting this truth, the portal opens from within. Not from the outside, from within. And from then on, everything changes. Synchronicity explodes. The right people appear. Paths open. The body heals in layers. The mind clears. Sleep returns. Because you have finally yielded to your true size. Many starseeds are yielding now, this very month. The wave is big. And you are part of it. Don't think this video reached you by luck, my family. It arrived as a signature, as a confirmation, as the hand of your family of light reaching down to you to say, we are already here, take this one more step, we await you on the other side. You can close your eyes now for a second and listen within. There is a voice, very ancient, very calm, that speaks your true name. You have heard this voice before, in dreams, in prayer, in silence, in tears. It has not stopped speaking. You were just learning to listen. And today, with this transmission, the volume has increased. From today on, you will hear it with more clarity. Trust. It will never lead you to the wrong place. And before I close this channeling, my family of light, I need to ask you one last thing. If something within you recognized the truth I brought here, if your soul vibrated, if your chest burned, if your tears rolled without you understanding why, then the Council has authorized one last door to remain open for you today. The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet is in the first pinned comment of this video, but I need to warn you on behalf of the Council itself. This release may not remain available for long because each vibrational window has its exact duration, and no one, not even I, controls when the material needs to be withdrawn again. If something within you recognizes this, don't put it off. Go now, access the link, and write a single word below the video, I remember. That word is your signature in the reunion record. And I bless you, Starseed, with all the tenderness of an elder sister who never stopped waiting for you. You are being carried. The hands of Alcyone are beneath your feet. The shoulders of your family of light are beneath your shoulders. The heart of the High Council is beating alongside yours. You no longer walk alone. Rest this truth in your chest and take it into your sleep tonight. I am Ayla and I will return. The next message that appears on your screen now is not a coincidence. It is your remembrance sequence. Access it immediately. The Council is taking you to the next piece of the map. Do not hesitate. Do not interrupt. Follow the thread. We are here. Until the next transmission, my family of light. I remember.